pop that.
We'll see here in just a minute. Okay. We're live, so let me just see if there's a new video going.
Yeah, I heard you and we're live now. Yep.
Okay, yeah, we're live. We're fixed.
All right, cool.
We're good.
Yeah, I apologize about that, everyone. When I stopped the screen sharing, I did it via StreamYard. The way, I had it, instead of sharing a whole window, I had it share a single tab. When I closed the tab, it closed out their audio via StreamYard. So I just had to stop the stream and reopen it. And I apologize about that. That was totally my fault. I didn't know it was going to do that. But now I know not to do that in the future.
That's okay. Remember, it's all new shit, dude. A lot of us aren't experienced with doing this. I know you used it a little bit before Josh, but you're still learning your way around too. I'm sure.
Oh, no, this wasn't an OBS thing. It was a StreamYard thing. The OBS is not a problem.
That's what I was talking about.
Because the settings in the StreamYard changed, it affects how OBS reads it. So I had to stop OBS and restart it.
I got you. All right, well, shit.
Yeah. But sorry about that. Let's get into the news.
What were you saying about Star Wars again?
Yeah, all right. So Catherine Powell is leaving the Disney Parks Department. She's the current head of the Disney Parks Department. Say that 5 times fast.
Disney Parks Department, Disney Parks Department, Disney Parks Department, Disney Parks Department, Disney Parks Department. What else do you want me to do? What else do you want me to do? What else do you want me to do?
And now I have
cut that shit. That's what I want you to do.
No, I'm on the side.
Anyways, a lot of people are saying that they think it's due to the quote-unquote disappointing start to Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars parks. But from what I'm reading in this article, it seems that this position is something that they give to people that are on their way out of the company.
Oh.
That's been the last 3 heads of the parks department. They've all left for greener pastures or...
Like for people that are getting ready to kind of move on to a better job, basically.
Yeah.
They just kind of said, okay, all right. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's just basically everybody shitting on Disney and claiming...
And hating on Star Wars. And
doing
what people do.
I'm sure that there's a lot of problems. I mean, I know how much money it costs is kind of crazy. It's nuts and stuff like that. But I mean, I agree with you, Nick. I think the weather and stuff down there plays a big part in it too. So...
Well, yeah, for Florida at least. I don't know how California's weather is, but the thing about Florida,
hotter
man,
than balls.
Yeah, you've got to understand that down here, man, people aren't trying to go anywhere where there's just going to be a mass of tourists.
Of course not.
Yeah, man,
that needs more heat.
Yeah,
more
heat, more douchebags.
Dealing with people, man, dealing with idiots,
Yeah.
Florida also has a lot more humidity too. I mean, California doesn't have humidity.
It's really funny because I think everyone's looking for like Disney to have some failure with Star Wars. I think
that's definitely a big part of it. Looks cool.
So that's just a small thing. It was news, and so I figured that we cover it and kind of, put to rest some of the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was some shit.
Well, no, all right, our next Galaxy's Edge, they had it structured so people that live locally, they were pricing it higher to prevent them from coming during the height of tourist season and wanting to have more out-of-town people come, and then open it up later to local people.
Yeah, because I mean, you get a Florida state discount when you live down here. So like, if any of you guys ever come down and we're hanging and we go to Disney, let us pay for the tickets.
Yeah.
So next story, also Star Wars related. George Lucas feels betrayed and disappointed in the new Disney Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Poor Georgie
out. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
After reading what the fuck he wanted to do with the new trilogy, I'm glad he's nowhere fucking near it.
Yeah, can I read that real quick? I gotta pull.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear this.
So he talked about he had basically he had these outlines that he wanted or he gave to Disney, and he was under the impression that they were going to follow him. and then he met with JJ and them, and then they were like, this is how we're going to move forward with it. But I guess but then he said that because they didn't follow his outlines, he felt quote unquote betrayed, right? So but I think they said that they could have cleared it up just by saying we're going in a different direction. But he said he mentioned the idea of a female Jedi killer. Luke being in exile was something that they're going to use. But then he said, I'm just going to read this part word for word. George's plans apparently also relied heavily on the involvement of the Wills, midi-chlorians in a microbiotic world. This lines up with what George said in the past about his version of the sequel trilogy. And if that was, get that shit out of here, man. I don't want to watch Osmosis Jones set in the Star Wars universe,
Yeah, no shit, right?
All that gets me thinking. It's the people who do rage hate on Star Wars, would they be happy with that if that was the case? And they'd
find something else to complain about, dude. That's the nature of fandom.
Yeah,
I agree. I think.
Well, go ahead, Russ. Now,
I think Nick's right. There's a lot. Look at the Transformers fandom. You get what you want, you still hate on it.
yeah.
It's you can't.
I feel a lot of people who do kind of hate on, not every one of them, but a lot of people hate on the new Star Wars. They often paint George Lucas as this victim, or did they stray too far from whatever? But it's but would they have been okay with this with what he pitched? And a lot of those people talk shit about the prequels for the same, that Lucas had maybe too much creative control over.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man. It's interesting.
All that decides if you like the prequels or not, I guess.
Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie.
All of them?
It's fantastic.
Yeah. To me, fantastic.
I thought it was really good. It was good, but this wasn't my favorite. But it's good.
I guess put a caveat in that's my
in my top 5
humble opinion. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. Fuck you.
What do you say now?
He said no, it's not.
My personal favorite's Empire.
That's
my second personal favorite is Rogue One.
Yeah, fuck you, man. What a terrible movie. And
Rogue One's my second favorite.
I'm joking. We stop here.
My dream.
You are coming off of 2 ass beatings in a row, and you're wearing a Silver Surfer shirt. So
look, it's Silver Surfer. Get ready to give a blowjob. It's great. Sorry.
So now you're hating on the man for his sexuality. Okay,
that's great. It's just Thanos.
You fucking gay hater. You.
The views and opinions expressed by Russ the Must do not reflect that of the MPSP theater crew.
But if you're ever on the Force sensitive, make sure that you shame him.
Yeah, knows.
Shame.
Like Matt Hurd did.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Hurd, man. He's a great dude.
Good. I want for someone to just be because they do have some people on that show that are strangers. That I don't know, Gort had a buddy on. I just want one of those people to randomly go on and talk trash about Russ.
We gotta get a hold of somebody that doesn't even listen to this show.
Exactly.
So it comes out of fucking left field. So he doesn't even expect it.
Yeah. I will PayPal you $50 if you just shame this man publicly for me.
All right, and the other thing is George Lucas was upset that The Force Awakens was basically,
too similar.
Too similar to A New Hope. But this came out in Bob Iger's book, the CEO of Disney, and basically what he said was, George wanted everything to move along, but when you're trying to bring people back to a fucking franchise, you have to have familiar elements there that people can latch onto and be,
Well, I think that what The Force Awakens did, I think it got a lot of new people in who didn't like the prequels but liked the original trilogy, and I think it was because of that familiarity. They had to bring people back, and it's in a way they had to play it safe, you know.
Right.
And
Of course they did.
I didn't have a problem. Like I would like to see maybe more risks taken, but I'm happy with what I got, and it's like I always say, I'm happy that it brought new people in. If that's what it does, then I'm cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. See, I get frustrated because I get so tired of hearing that shit. Oh, they just made another version of A New Hope, and I'm like, would you stop it? I guess it had some similarities, but it had so many things that were different, man.
And A New Hope was like
Hidden
40 years
Fortress.
ago.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
just basically a remake, of the Hidden Fortress. So
Yep.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Well, and here's
you're
the thing.
always. Go ahead,
Dude,
Bob.
A New Hope is our generation and older. That's
Right.
40 fucking years ago. We need
Yes.
fresh blood to keep the franchise.
Sure.
So if they've got to give this generation a new hope, go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. I agree.
Rebellions are built on hope. They said
It was
that in that
Damn
great
right.
movie Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It was a
And-
great movie. It was
Dude,
a good movie.
my kids are loving the new Star Wars.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, my
Too.
kids too, man.
I think my kid's more into the new He enjoys the new Star Wars more than he does the MCU.
So does
Madison
spoiler
is
alert.
too. I tried to get her to watch Aquaman with me yesterday evening. She's like, I don't like superhero movies. I was like, you watch all the MCU movies. She's like, I really like Spider-Man and Thor.
Oh
She's
yeah.
like, I like Star Wars better than the MCU. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
We gotta keep. People gotta remember this wasn't made for us. This
Yeah.
was made to
Yeah.
continue the franchise.
I
Very
don't
good
disagree, but I don't agree with that entirely. It's still made for us, but it's
Yeah.
got more broader appeal for a larger audience and a younger audience.
There are nods back to the original stuff,
Exactly.
but it is not. It's not this continuation that people in our generation are hoping for. I guess I don't. I thought it would. I like the Star Wars shit, but that's just.
Shoki brings up a very good point. Empire was not a critical hit when it was new. It was as divisive. It was as divisive as The Last Jedi is
As a
today.
last Jedi, yeah. Well, and that's the thing about The Last Jedi, because like, in the fandom it's divisive, but I think like that was a pretty critically acclaimed movie. You know what I mean? So it's like, but that's like separate from the fandom.
I don't know. I like I said, every Star Wars movie to me, if you really want to pick it apart, I'm sure you can. But if you just sit back and enjoy the damn movie for the most part, you're going to be okay. Yeah, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it for what it is and stop being so damn nitpicky.
All
Except
right.
for Rogue One.
I was going to say, why don't you take a piece of your own fucking advice
Because-
there,
because
Mr.
I-
Inspiration?
Because,
the
and actually,
Last
I will be honest with you. I rewatched Rogue One recently.
Oh,
And I will say this. My opinion is slightly changed. Not entirely. I still am pissed off that they kill off so many goddamn awesome characters.
You're supposed
But-
to be pissed off that it happens.
That's what see and you know what? That's kind of where Anna pointed out to me. She said, "You know a movie? You know why that movie's good?" And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because it made you care about them." And
Yes.
she's right. So they clearly did a good job. I still say you shouldn't have written it that way, but that's okay.
Hannah, don't give up on Russ, man.
Yeah.
So I'm easing off. I'm easing up
He's
on it a
want
little bit.
somebody to fight for him.
I still, somebody's got to fight for me. Come on.
Ah, Jesus. All right. Fuck this shit. Next story. We also heard that Kevin Feige will be developing a Star Wars movie. for
Hell,
Disney.
yes, I'm for it.
great.
That's fantastic news.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm for him going for it, man.
I wonder if this is where they're going to start going into the more of the legend stuff.
Anthology standalone stories, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a one-off, which has me interested, man.
is Dan and Dave working on a trilogy, right? So they're gonna get like 3 movies to work
Yeah.
on. Right?
Yeah.
And Ryan Johnson is getting a trilogy. So far,
Okay.
what they've said for Feige is one movie.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's nice. I mean, some of the standalone movies are. I mean, I love Solo, so I mean, I think that's cool. You know? I would dig.
What would you guys want to see? Like, if you had to pick something that he was kind of behind.
For him,
Mm-hmm.
Yumming up the adventure.
Book.
Yumming up the adventure. Like, either something completely new, or Cade Skywalker.
Ooh,
Like
shit.
way down the line. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you know why? I think because I think Dan and Dave are going to be covering Old Republic stuff, right? I think that's kind of what they're inviting.
That's what the rumor is.
That's what the rumor is. And then, so I mean, like, I don't want too much Old Republic because, like, it's you got to like spread it out, dude. Just like too much Star Wars. The cover.
Dude, well, hey, Kevin or Shoki in the chat said Shadows of the Empire.
Oh,
I can do that.
Yeah, but Luke and Han play like such a huge role in that.
Yeah, that would be so hard to do now.
Not as much Han, but
Now,
what about a Darth Maul origin flick?
kind of like Shadowhunters or some shit.
Yeah,
that could be kind of neat. He's a fascinating character.
I would like
he is.
Now
that one. You gotta. I don't think I would want to see a darker tone with that one.
Yeah,
Like almost a different genre.
Well, it would have to be because he's what near.
Or what about a movie starting to bridge the gap between Jedi and Force Awakens?
That's what the Mandalorians are going to be doing.
Hold on, starring Sebastian Shaw as fucking Luke.
See, now that would be. I would dig that because I think they look exactly alike for one. And it would see that's the thing because like I'm almost like I'm not as interested in that period of time, but I would be interested in that just because it would be Luke, man.
Yeah,
You know?
It's not even the time. Move it away from the central core of that story.
Yeah.
Get them outer rim shit and unknown region shit. Or
Which I'm
side
hoping we get
characters
in
from
Rise
the
of Skywalker.
books that we never had. How the hell?
sorry, Shoki, you're right. Sebastian Shaw is on my brain.
It's from the X-Men, yeah. Shout out to House of X.
Sad part is we all knew who you're talking about.
Yeah.
What does that say about us?
Yeah. No, we EE said Ahsoka, which I would love.
That would be cool.
I'd love to see her in live action.
Like
Matt wants a Chewbacca flick, and you know.
Chewbacca.
Sign me
What
up.
a Wookiee.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Clerks.
But yeah, so like one thing I was worried about with this is because I don't know. I feel like Kevin Feige is doing a good job at Marvel, but I do feel like that doesn't necessarily like that and Star Wars are a different beast. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They may not be able to handle the Star Wars story.
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of tried that with releasing so many Star Wars movies to try to just be like, okay, well, Marvel did this, they're successful, let's copy that, and it didn't really work the way they wanted to do. So that is something that's got me concerned, but
Well, maybe that's why they're doing the standalone because then they can do a one and done. And, hey, it's flopped, whatever. It's one movie.
I really loved there were a series of books back in the 90s, from like 96 to 2000. The X-Wing books, Rogue Squadron. I would love a movie just centered around Rogue Squadron. That would be so cool.
That could be interesting. I mean, that would work with like that. You would be able to do it like a Star Wars story.
Yeah, and I'd even like them like post Return of the Jedi, where like a lot of them were Jedi or like Jedi in training and stuff. Like I thought that was cool.
I don't know. I'm like sadistic or some shit. I want to see more backstories on some of the Empire shit, like Darth Maul or oh god. Now I had it in the top of my General Grievous. I want to know how the fuck General Grievous came to be.
That could be a good one.
That could
I
be
thought they
cool,
did a little bit of an origin story.
They did a book.
Yeah, but I want to see like a movie adaptation.
Okay.
E says they can do the search for Ezra with Sabine.
Ooh, oh man, I'm wondering what if they're gonna touch that at all with Rise of Skywalker. But
I don't know.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I was taking a shower the other day, just spacing out. You know, like I'm in a rush to get to work, and I'm in the shower just thinking about Star Wars for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, oh shit, now I'm late. But that's what I was thinking about. I was like, what if like in the Rise of Skywalker, like, because you know how Thrawn and Ezra just like kind of went away at the end of.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, there's creatures that go to.
Came back, man, in Rise of Skywalker, like in live action. But I was like, half the people in the audience wouldn't even know who they were. So it's like, but I was just thinking about shit like that, and it's like trying to get my hopes up, you know.
Was it E that said Ahsoka?
Yeah,
I just want to give credit where credit's due. That's something that they could do.
don't give that dude credit. But yeah,
Well,
that I would love.
Now
She's got a lot of. Go
very
ahead.
popular.
Go ahead.
She's a very popular character. I think that,
In an active prolific. So like she was active from the Clone Wars all the way till that last scene in Rebels was like after Return of the Jedi.
right.
You know? It's like you got all that time. It's like now she got killed off. You could even do something after that.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. There's so many cool things he can do though, man. So it's, in any case, looks like we're getting a lot more Star Wars down the road. So
two trilogies and at least one Star Wars story film.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Solo 2, the Plasma Boogaloo.
Oh God.
All right, guys. I'm excited about this next story, even if nobody else is. The Nightmare on Elm Street rights have reverted to the Craven estate.
Yeah, I had some questions.
So Warner Brothers and New Line own the international rights for any distribution for A Nightmare on Elm Street. They have said that Nightmare on Elm Street is not a priority for them because they're making wicked amounts of money with the Conjuring franchise.
Right.
So they didn't even contest the rights going back to the Craven estate for US.
They didn't even
They just
fight
said
for
have it.
That's silly though, even though because I guess it's the money maker.
It's not really because I mean they have the international rights to it.
Yeah, so their thinking is you can't do anything outside of the country without us.
Right.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, Nick, was like internationally, like stuff like Jason.
I'm not sure how well it does, man, because
like are they even a thing? Like
I think that like you get a small audience, but I think the slasher flick is a pretty much American phenomenon.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whereas like other stuff like The Conjuring, The Exorcist, those franchises, those hit more along like multicultural lines. You know what I mean? Slashers. I haven't seen a foreign slasher film.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. 'Cause, like even I guess the only other country I could think of putting out a lot of like horror movies would be like Italian ones and Japanese ones.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese ones that like you hear about, those aren't necessarily slasher ones. They're just like more well, no, I mean they go in. I don't want to live in them, but like you just don't see that as the case.
And actually, China has a very big horror genre. It's just we don't see any of it over here.
A lot of countries have great horror movies. Netflix has loaded up a few, and I'm like, wow, this shit's good.
Yeah, like
Japan does some crazy shit. Fucking was it India? I saw one from India once that was pretty crazy.
Oh, really?
Korea has a big horror like franchise. I don't know what it is, but like you see like Korean horror films that are mostly like ghost based and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But with the rights for Friday the 13th being held up for so long and the reemergence of Halloween, I mean, it's not a better time for Freddy.
Strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah, it's just I think it could be worried because the last time they tried to do a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie with a new person playing Freddy Krueger, it didn't go over so well.
No,
Okay.
that was a lot of that was writing though.
A lot of that was
wasn't
writing.
Terrible writing. God. But it wasn't because they kind of reverted back to what Freddy Krueger was supposed to be originally. He was supposed to be a child molester. That's what he was. He wasn't just a killer. He was a molester as well.
Right.
But after a while, they dropped the molesting thing because they wanted him to be a little more,
They kind of brought a little bit of that into Freddy versus Jason.
They did. Yeah, they did.
But like the thing is Freddy is so much different than the other slashers.
He is because
he talks.
Slasher.
He's got.
So is Jason too. But yeah, and he runs his mouth. That's right. Talk shit. Yeah.
Why won't you die?
Yeah. You like.
But yeah, man, fucking give me some Freddy. Make it fucking dark. Like
That one with the dude from Rockman,
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that one, man. It wasn't like true to the character, but like I thought it was a cool movie. I thought it was an interesting take.
I thought he was too small to be Freddy.
Me too. And I had a lot of problems with
I did.
Probably like 5'8" or something.
Yeah, I didn't see him as like Freddy's not like super imposing, but he's intimidating.
He's tall.
Yeah. But he's not like a tiny guy either. He's like a
he's like that crackhead you don't want to fight in the liquor store parking lot.
right. Exactly. That's pretty good.
This dude, Jackie Earl Haley, he's 5'5". He's
Yeah.
half inch taller than me. Wow.
And like he couldn't get rid of his voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Robert Englund does not talk like Freddy Krueger.
No. No. It's
You know-
like there's a definite difference. Like Freddy, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's
Yeah, you need somebody that's gonna like embrace that role. And I was trying to think of an actor, and I couldn't. So they'd probably have to go with a fucking like an unknown. And
Yeah.
Robert Englund was in V and a few things before Nightmare, but he was pretty much an unknown.
Right.
yeah. I think everyone knows him more for playing Freddy Krueger than anything else.
Yeah.
That's
Those are just big shoes to fill.
Wow.
they are. I agree. 100% agree with you. I
Yes,
think
England is still alive.
Yeah, he is.
He's made noise that he would do another Freddy film, but I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, but he also said
He in money though.
yeah, he also said the writing has to be good. He wants something that's going to be good.
Yeah.
He's not going to do crap. Yeah, I was shocked he got him to come back to do Freddy versus Jason, but I think he was intrigued by the whole combining the two. I think that's what got his attention.
He was good in that.
he was great in that. Just the banter was fantastic.
And he was allowed to do that because Jason's fucking silent.
Exactly.
Right.
So he had to be the one to add and be more how you say
Vocal.
yeah, vocal and also like more animated. It was and because Freddy's always not just vocal, but he's also because he's in the dream realm, he gets away with a lot more shit, right?
Well,
magic stuff and things like that.
Not only that, but Freddy has also always been a shit talking,
Absolutely.
over the top. I think that's why I always liked him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna kill you, but I'm gonna talk shit first.
Shoki says, "Let's throw Leprechaun in the mix." Did you know they made a fucking Leprechaun movie with Hornswoggle?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. So was Hornswoggle playing the Leprechaun?
Yeah, Hornswoggle was the fucking Leprechaun.
Wonderful, dude.
Yeah, Russ. Shocker.
Fucking. Oh man! See, like when they were developing Freddy vs. Jason, there was like so many iterations of that script, and like they were trying to use things that New Line had rights to or Dimension had rights to because Warner Brothers was in the process of acquiring Dimension.
Yeah.
So like they talked about Freddy vs. Jason versus Ash, and that script ended up being a comic from Dynamite. The other one that they talked about was Freddy versus Jason versus Pinhead.
I remember yep.
And
I learned that from Minty.
Man, they fucked up the new fucking Pinhead. They had some fat Spanish dude doing it.
Oh man.
What is that? Nick had to throw the whole fat Spanish guy out there.
Dude, it was, man.
I feel like it's gotta have that form, like not to fat shame anybody,
Well, Pinhead was a real thin guy, though.
Yeah.
He was a skinny guy. He was
So what you're saying is you don't have a problem with a Spanish guy portraying him. You just don't want a fat guy portraying him.
That's where the issue was.
You're gonna paint his face white anyway, so it doesn't matter if he's Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, fucking make it Tony Todd. I don't care as long as he has the build for it.
True.
Because Pinhead has always been.
You've upset EE, man.
Oh well.
He feels personally.
Oh fucking well.
But that's important stuff.
If you've seen that movie, you see the dude can't hide his accent.
It's
and he's Castilian Spanish. he's Castilian Spanish. He's not Puerto Rican. He's not a Boricua. So calm the fuck down.
It's so crazy, dude. But that kind of shit's important to those for those characters. Like physicality is important because they're like these evil.
And this dude looked like he was fucking busting out of the leather.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, dude needed some fucking Spanx.
Oh shit!
He said
you got that pinhead and some Spanx. It's great, dude.
He's adding to our thumbs down count.
Oh, you
That's
jackass.
okay.
Dang, man.
We get at least one a week.
Yeah, we got one now, man.
All right.
We have a
awesome.
assholes.
I love
Fix
you,
that.
EE, so.
No, he's good people, man. I'm sorry, Nick, for talking so much trash about you and your people, man.
Hey, I'm 3% Puerto Rican. I'm 3% Puerto Rican. That's what
Oh
the
guys,
Facebook
God.
I have friends that are Puerto Rican.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, here we go with the fucking 3%.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you sure you're not 5%?
Hey, Facebook is accurate, man.
It's accurate, huh?
He missed that
Wow.
whole thing.
Dude, what if Alex Jones played Freddy?
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
They said I was touching the kids. That's not a true story. It was the lizard people.
Oh, man.
And the frogs. That's all about.
They burnt my house down with me in it. Please support. Welcome to FreddyWars.com. I'm too fat to play Freddy.
Oh my god. Alright, dude, we've gone off the fucking rails now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh
Matt
my God, EE.
He's out of control, man. He's out of control.
I don't know. It's just Facebook told me, and I believe everything Facebook says, man.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they even said I was 20% African. So I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
Well, I know you're more than 23% full of shit.
It was on my Facebook thing. I posted it and I tagged Dave Colon and Jose in it, saying, "Hey, we're family."
Boy.
Matt Hurst said there's something gay frogs. Here's the thing: there are frogs that can change their sexuality. So what are they? Confused?
I'm Freddy Krueger and I'm here to kill all the gay frogs.
Anyway, all right.
Goddamn fluoride in the water is making all these teenagers gay. I can't even kill him.
Oh Jesus, God. Oh,
The
All right.
views and expressions of Nick Bremer do not
Next.
represent. Oh wait, he is MPSP. Fuck.
Yeah,
next,
he's the shit piece himself, man.
next story.
I'm gonna have to step behind the scenes into more of a producer role.
You're fired.
We're going to be selling an MPSP theater to the Blaze TV.
Oh, Blaze TV.
I quit.
Completely
I
cool
quit.
with that.
I quit.
I'm in, buddy.
All right.
Product sampling and everything. Let's go.
MPSP brought to you by Variety.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Jeffrey Wright is up for the role of Commissioner Gordon, and Jonah Hill as an unspecified villain in The Batman by Matt Reeves.
So this movie, I mean, they seem to be building a strong cast, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, at this point, I have very little worries about this movie, man.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright's a good actor. Jonah Hill's a 2-time Best Supporting Actor nominee.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's no joke.
I love Jonah Hill.
Dude, he was so good in Moneyball.
Moneyball
Dude.
and the Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
Wolf of Wall Street, he was off the chain.
Like that dude's alien, man. And,
He was in a series on Netflix
Yeah,
with Emma
good.
Stone called Maniac.
I've heard
And-
that's really good.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant, and he was amazing in it. The way he was, because he had to play so many different roles. It was fascinating. So he has the range to pull off somebody as complex as the Riddler can be. Easy.
Yeah.
Man. He's more accomplished than Robert Pattinson.
yeah, that's what I was.
Pattinson
Oh,
also
yeah.
only said he wanted $5 million, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes,
is
I think
low
if
for most actors these days.
You got to pay Jonah Hill at this point in his career. You got to pay the dude. And
Pay the man.
who else is tied to this? So we got Pattinson, and he's got a movie that I want to check out.
Yeah, it's some weird shit.
It's by that A24 production studio that I was talking about before the show, but I'm gonna try to watch that this weekend because he's supposed to be good in that. And he's in another movie by the dude who directed that Witch movie with Willem Dafoe. It's called The Lighthouse.
Yeah, that's the one I heard about. I didn't hear about the other one you're talking about.
I'll try to watch the old one, but then that new one, The Lighthouse, I want to catch that as soon as I can. But you got him, you got this dude is Gordon, which I think he'll be good.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill. So like one thing that I've heard people talking online about, like, oh, there's too many villains in this movie or whatever. But
all we've heard about is Jonah Hill.
yeah, well, I think at one point there were like a few tied to it, but if you look at like Batman Begins, that had Carmine Falcone, Ra's al Ghul, Scarecrow, and then even Zaz was in it for a minute.
Yeah.
And that's 4 villains, but it's
and he wasn't named, but that fucking Rosh's henchman at the end, that was Ubu.
Yeah, and it's like that like even without him, like that's 4 of the Rogues Gallery, but it wasn't like the Spider-Man 3 treatment. You know what I mean? So I feel like people hear that and they're like, oh, here we go again. You know?
I just want to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to address something Lowry said in the chat. He says, I can see Jonah Hill as Penguin and we should have Eddie Redmayne as Riddler. I'd rather see Eddie Redmayne as a new Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like going off the animated series, how he was drawn in that would fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Matt Hurd said the best part of Batman are his villains. And yeah, he's got the best Rogues Gallery in comics.
He's got the best Rogues Gallery.
It's like I was saying, like I don't think the number of them is something to be afraid of. I think it's how they use them. You know,
I think for him in DC, he's got the best Rogues Gallery. But who's got the best Rogues Gallery from Marvel? You think
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man
all the way.
Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but Spider-Man probably sticks out more because it's Spider-Man against all the villains he goes against.
Yeah. Well, it's like with Spider-Man 3, it's like in how the villains were used, like that just screamed of multiple scripts being crammed together into one movie.
Yeah. Sort of. I kind of feel like, I feel like it didn't mesh properly. It just didn't feel like it went together. I feel like it was forced.
Yeah.
I think them all. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say if they have like Jonah Hill playing the Riddler or fucking Penguin, both of them have been shown to be able to gather villains under their banner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So like if you have a main villain, you know, have Jonah Hill be your main villain, and then you have like a couple of others. Like I don't think you can go over 3, but like, you know, I think that would be decent, especially with, you know, a lot of the fucking like the early Batman stories and the stuff that they went back to with like Year One, Long Halloween, and all that. Like those villains each had like a little spot where they all shined.
Especially in Long Halloween, and they did that book had everybody, right? It had I'm not going to name them all, but it's like it looks like you said they let them all shine, and I would be okay with something like that, and I do think that'd be cool. And with this movie establishing this world, I think that'd be, you know, there's this villain, there's that villain, they all exist, you know.
Yeah.
They don't need big plot points, but just giving them a little nod here and there, you know.
Fill it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I
it'll
think
be Hush.
Is I'm not like crazy about like at this point with Batman. I don't want another just straight up origin.
Yeah,
I'd like for them to just throw us into it, you know.
Yeah, like all you have to do for now, because Batman's origin's been told how many times in the movies, even in the Batfleck shit, they did it.
Yep.
You know, all you have to do is start the movie in Crime Alley. Well, have him have like a 5-minute scene, you know.
Right.
I like that idea. Lowry just had Bill Moseley as the Joker.
Interesting.
Wait, Nick, when you say started in Crime Alley, do you mean with the origin or?
No, started in Crime Alley, where like he goes to Crime Alley every year with the
Yeah,
roses.
on the anniversary. Or
Right.
Yeah, on the anniversary of his
Right.
parents' death. You know,
And that-
just have that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd be
That
cool.
gives the nod to it right
Yeah,
there.
enough
Yeah.
of a nod.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people get it, you know. It's like
Absolutely.
what the MCU did with Spider-Man this time around.
Yeah.
It's just throwing us into it. I hope
Yeah.
they do that.
Real one. Yeah. But I think with the Spider-Man, maybe it worked out just because, like you guys said, and the same thing with Batman. We all know it, like fucking cold. We know what happened. You know.
Yeah.
We know how it happened. So it's like
Brian Brink just said speed bumps are Professor X's greatest villain.
Oh,
That'd be terrible. Terrible.
wait, doesn't he eventually get a hover chair though?
Yeah.
speed bumps and high cabinets. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Not in current X-Men stuff.
Yeah, he's walking now.
Right, man.
All right, guys. The U.S. military has warned their troops of looking out for incel violence at Joker showings.
Yeah, there's not going to be any of that because they got to come out of their mom's basement first.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Those people don't go to movies.
well, I know they're not showing it at the same theater that
As
had
the Aurora shooting.
right?
That's
I
understandable.
heard about that. So we're going with Jason and Bethany to go see it next weekend, and I'm not worried about that stuff, man. I just don't live in fear like that, so that's okay. You know, I'll be all right.
You can't, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't.
it's a 1 in a million chance, and
and it's always something to be afraid of like that,
Yeah.
you know. So it's
Yeah, I mean it's. But I mean, I do appreciate that they're at least thinking something crazy. I guess they're thinking something could happen. I don't know, but
yeah.
But I would hope people enjoy a movie and just not be have to worry about getting killed or anything dumb like that. So I don't know. I bet this has much to do about nothing. So
Yeah, they
I mean, I
basically
hope so, you know. 'Cause it could be
all they
yeah,
said to the soldier all that was said in this thing was use your training if something pops off.
yeah, just basically like be vigilant, you know.
Yeah.
Jason's so sweet, so protect me. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. You call me Boo Boo too. I like it. It's my nickname.
Oh,
Anyway, that's my little pet name.
yeah, I'm gonna try to see it. I might be able to go next Thursday, like the night it comes out. But if not, I'll try to catch it over the weekend because I do want to see that in theaters and see what it's all about.
I just got outbid on my fucking Voyager Playmate ship, so I'm gonna go see it. I had only so many discretionary funds. All right, so I think that well, the one thing was that the survivors of the Aurora shooting did ask Warner Brothers in DC if they could and they weren't calling for a boycott of the movie or anything. They were asking if Warner Brothers in DC could take a stand against gun violence.
Did you know? But
Yeah.
it's like, who wouldn't?
We're not
Exactly.
talking about the Second Amendment.
Guys, the audio went out again. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I know what did it this time. Totally my fault. Hold on. I hope I can fix this without having to stop the stream and start it again.
And that's just got to be washed right away.
that-
That shit
Did that fix
stains.
it?
Can you guys hear me?
That should have fixed it.
Lowry, you motherfucker.
Lowry!
Oh shit! It goes backwards.
Yeah, we can hear everybody now.
All right,
Okay,
he says
all
it's
right.
back.
I know what
Sweet.
happened. There
He
was
said, oh, fuck
feedback.
you.
There was feedback coming through my headset.
Okay.
I removed myself from the stream and added myself back to it to take that feedback out. When I do that, I have to unplug my interface. But when I plug my interface back in, I have to prompt StreamYard to detect my interface. When it did that in OBS, it defaulted to my desktop speakers. I just had to change it back to that
It's all good,
without
dude.
stopping the stream. So sorry about that. It's not.
Very
I don't need
nice.
a new headset, EE.
And he said, "Get a new headset." He's like,
Josh is gonna throw a gasket with all this StreamYard bullshit.
I fucking hate StreamYard. I really do.
We're gonna figure something out. All right, guys.
No, this headset's $200 professional broadcast headset. It's not the headset that's the
Sorry.
issue.
Yeah, EE.
Yeah. Stop cyberbullying.
All right, so we can probably move on from
Yeah, we're gonna move off that. Now we're gonna move on to some cool shit. James Tynion IV will be the new Batman writer after Tom King was fired
You're a
off
KO.
of Batman.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that they got rid of Tom King. And James Tynion, right, Nick, he was doing like the supplementary stuff and like Scott Snyder's earlier run.
Yeah, and he's done other shit, like he did the Talon series.
Yeah.
You know, about that during Court of Owls, that Talon that, you know, went off and started doing his own shit.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about this. I hated Tom King's Batman with a fucking passion. Anybody that tries to say that Batman is doing this mission to kill himself is a fucking idiot and does not understand how the fucking character works.
Yeah.
And it pisses me. Sorry, I'm going to rant for a second. It pisses me off because these writers need to understand that they are caretakers of these characters. These characters have 80 years of fucking history behind them. Fucking do your job. Don't use your little pop psychology ideas. Stay true to the character and write a fucking good story in that framework. Fuck you, Tom King. Suck my dick. Eat my ass.
And that rant was
Views and opinions of Masterpiece Shitpiece himself, the crippled Don Nick Brammer, do not represent the views and opinions of the rest of us.
That's not true.
No, in this case, I agree.
I agree.
Send out your hate mail to them four guys. I abstain from saying anything.
Nick, you should be on Russ's YouTube channel, man.
I know, dude. I think we need to turn that on there. I definitely think we gotta let him go off.
If there's something like I'm passionate about, yeah, but I could care less about fucking Takara and Hasbro.
No, dude, I agree though, man, and it's like we probably mentioned before. Take these characters to new places. That's fine. We need that, but stay within that framework, like you said. You know, stay true to those characters.
I agree.
And
I mean, I'm glad BC got him on. James Tynion's super capable.
yeah, like, and the thing is, Tom King was only fired off of fucking Batman. He's coming out with a Batman Catwoman series for DC, and that's still fucking going forward.
It's gonna be great.
Like he's written one thing that I really liked, and that was the Miracle Man series. That was a really good book. But he does not understand Batman. He does not understand Batman's fucking, supporting cast. He tried to throw so many different things into his story that none of it made sense. It's really sad that we've had to go through 85. By the time he's done, it's gonna be 85 issues of this fucker's Batman.
Yeah,
insane.
I mean, I haven't liked some runs in Batman, but I've never hated a Batman run like I do this.
I understand.
Hey man, good riddance. You know.
Let him go write Aquaman or some shit.
No! Don't fuck up Aquaman.
I know
Josh is gonna be like,
enough. It doesn't get
F to all.
All right. Anybody else have anything to say? Anybody else have anything to say about Tinian coming on to Batman?
Not at all.
Nah.
You
All
think
right,
you
cool.
said it all?
That dude's good. He did a good job.
Moving on to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Through this, oh, he can't write no goddamn Silver Surfer. They already had fucking Dan Slott on him, and fuck Dan Slott up his fucking fat ass too. Fuck him.
Tell us how you really
Wait,
feel.
yo, Nick is saucy tonight, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this energy.
And here I thought we were going to inspire people.
I'm inspiring people to tell bad comic book writers to stick their fucking fan fiction shit back up their own ass.
Oh wow.
Ugh.
You call Kevin comic book writers fan fiction. That's awesome.
No, man, I'm drinking, bro. I got the fucking brand juice right
That's
here.
That's what Anna just asked me. She said, is he saucy or is he on the sauce?
A little of both.
Little of both.
I'm
yep.
a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
You're a little bit cunty, all right.
Now, fuck you too.
Very good, Josh. Very good.
I love you too, Josh. And I'll
That's
show
awesome.
you how much I love you at TFCon.
Oh, wait.
Oh boy.
My rates went up
Romantic
this
phone.
year.
Here it
Yeah, you don't have a pink. You only got a stink, so worry about that.
Like I said, the rates went up.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see where the fuck we are now. Okay.
Lost as usual.
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths from the CW, which is basically the huge line-wide crossover that they're doing.
Yeah.
They've got some crazy shit going on. Actor Osric Chow is going to play Ryan Choi, the second Adam, who was created by Gail Simone. Brandon Routh's Ray Palmer is departing Legends of Tomorrow this season, so that Brandon Routh can play the Kingdom Come Superman.
They showed a picture of him in costume today, by the way.
Yeah, they did, and it looks dope.
I need to go. Okay, let me do that. Wait, so
I don't
Tuesday?
like any of those shows, but this is because it's Crisis. I'm kind of interested.
Well, they've lately just been like throwing everything at the wall, man.
Tom Welling is coming back also.
To be Superman as well.
Yep, so they're going to have at least two Supermen. Erica Durance is coming back as Lois. But Michael Rosenbaum is not coming back as Lex.
What do you think's up with that? Do you think that
Rosenbaum tweeted about it. He said that they offered him basically no money. They told his agent that he needed to decide right then and there if he was going to do it or not, or they'd move in another direction. So Rosenbaum said no. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's got to earn money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yes, the Lois from Smallville is coming back. Rank. That's Erica Durance, brother. But yeah, like with them having the Smallville stuff, I was hoping for Lex, but I understand, the actor's point of view.
The best.
Oh, yeah.
He was the best part.
And I think
Him and his dad.
dude, Lionel Luther.
Yeah, the dude that played Lionel was fucking awesome.
John Glover.
John Glover, that's exactly right, man.
Glover.
It's CW Brink. So it's going to be because this is Arrow's last season. They're trying to send it out with a big bang, and Batwoman will be coming on the CW to replace Arrow's time splot.
Right.
Splot. That was good.
That was really good, actually. How appropriate.
Brink, I think you might be able to catch it on Hulu. I'm not sure. Josh, you would know it better than me.
I think
What?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't really.
Or Netflix.
Yeah, I think Netflix. I think a lot of those shows are on Netflix.
Yeah,
but
I
you'll have
think
to wait a full year.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
it's this season, yeah.
Oh, and Lowry says the CW app is free, and that's true too.
Yeah.
Well, some of the CW shows are on Netflix when the full seasons come out, but I believe you can watch them on Hulu the same as you can Supernatural.
Okay.
They only put up like a batch of a few episodes at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of interested in this. I haven't watched any of the CW shows past the first season of Arrow. But I mean, bringing back shit I like. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons of The Flash. But
Yeah, Flash.
My
was-
kid really liked
Arrow.
the
A
Flash.
couple of the seasons
not-
of Arrow were pretty good.
I've not even watched seasons 3, 4, and I guess they're on 5 now.
I'm not sure.
I watched Arrow season 1, hated it. I stuck with it with season 2 and loved it.
See, my problem is they try to make Arrow too much like Batman. That's what bothered me. I kind of felt they even took Batman villains as Roach. I'm just putting them with him. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, they've been doing that in the comics too.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure.
Yeah, like Green Arrow's moved. Like, see, like Green Arrow has been around for so long. He was
Right.
he's since the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And they've reinvented him every decade. From the 70s on. From the 70s, it was the hard traveling heroes, him and Green Lantern.
I like
Where
that version of them.
yeah, where like Hal was like the conservative guy,
Mm.
and Green Arrow was like the hippie.
Yeah.
And those were fucking cool.
I always loved that run, man.
And it was cool because I mean, at the end of the day, they were still friends, you know.
Well,
Fucking
dude,
people
yeah.
can learn from that shit.
That's the shit I'm always talking about comic books, man. It's like they set the example of what it means to be, and I don't want to say progressive is like in a political way, but just to be progressive minded in that you can have two people on opposite ends of a spectrum, but it's like they had that common goal of protecting people.
Right.
So
Right.
They were willing to listen to each other and achieve that. You know, so like that's always been the strength in comics to me, man. But that's why I love that run.
You know what? He might be right. He says because they can't use Batman,
Yeah.
so they made Arrow their Batman. That's a good point.
Yeah, and they had.
It kind of worked. It wasn't
Yeah,
but like
bad.
Arrows had ties to Rosh in the comics and
Yeah, I
stuff.
guess, but
And-
the way they did it, man.
Yeah,
I
they did that in season 3.
There's gonna be 2 or 3 Supermen in this. I don't know if the Supergirl Superman will be in it.
Oh, that one dude. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be in it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Black Lightning too. I saw the first season of that and I liked that.
Yeah, Black Lightning was good. That's a good show. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, we ready to move on?
Sure.
All right, guys. The next Batman video game looks like it's going to be fucking Court of Owls. I'm fucking dying. I can't fucking wait.
Man, hey, sign me up.
That's such a good story, man. Good
Snyder tweeted something about it, and he had fucking erase his tweet.
Oh, would he give to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How convenient was that? He put that shit out for a second. Oh, I gotta erase it now.
it's gonna be done by WB Montreal.
That's badass.
Yeah,
That's gonna be pretty good.
yeah. WB Montreal is a pretty damn good studio. You know, it used to be Ubisoft Montreal, didn't it?
It wasn't that who did they did one of the Arkham games too?
Yeah, they did one of the Arkham games.
Which one? Do you know?
Let's
No,
see, what
Snyder
are
did not do a racist tweet. He
Oh
did
my
a tweet. He did a tweet, basically saying, "Stay tuned. The Court of Owls is watching." And then underneath it, he had retweeted something that WB Montreal had about Batman.
Very cool, dude.
Nice.
I am fucking stoked. As long as I don't have to drive the Batmobile around all the fucking
Oh my
time.
God.
Yeah. I want to say WB Montreal did City, didn't they? Arkham
I
City.
think so.
Man, so Nick, you want to just give like a real quick what the Court of Owls is? Anyone has?
The Court of Owls is a secret society that goes back to the origins of God, origins, whatever.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. And basically they were the Waynes and the Court of Owls were in like direct conflict with each other.
Right.
And it basically filled in a lot of history on the history of Gotham,
Yeah,
and then
powerful families in Gotham, like the
yeah,
common.
the Cobblepots, yeah,
Right.
and the Elliots too,
Yeah.
because yeah,
Well,
That's right.
that was at the beginning of the New 52,
Mhm.
in a time where I mean, it's like me. I was like, well, shit, dude. How are you gonna bring something new to Batman?
yeah,
And that's exactly what they did. And it was a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 volumes. Court of Owls, City of Owls, right?
yeah, I believe so.
So if you get those 2, you got it covered. But they're worth a read.
And no spoilers, but if you like Nightwing, go back and read the Court of Owls shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I just think it's cool that they're going to go away. Doing a game that's going away from
Here's
Arkham.
what I like about that, Russ. I'm glad you said that, man. It's like with that story, like I remember when it came out in comic form, I was buying the
Right.
loose issues just because I love the story. But
Me too.
it's cool. They did the animated movie. Now they're doing a video game, so it's like they're taking that and they're not just moving on to they're bringing that into the myth.
Yeah.
And dude,
The more pop culture, like not just diehard comic book fan.
yeah.
I think it's awesome.
And the Talons are just such a cool fucking concept.
Oh my god, yeah.
It is.
And like a real threat to Batman.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh man.
Very
If you guys have not read Court of Owls and City of Owls, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's Scott. It's Batman Volume 1 and 2 by Scott Snyder. They're if you want to get the both of them, they're relatively quick reads. You can do that.
It's got some cool stuff. A lot, like you said, Nick. I like the idea that you got to learn a lot of the founding families, founders of Gotham.
Yeah.
The people who like kind of rose the city. And it was cool. I mean, and he did some shady shit in the process to benefit. But hey,
And the cool thing that Snyder did was owls are a natural predator of bats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So like you have that whole thing into it too, and it's just so good. The Court of Owls showed up recently too.
And then what Scott Snyder did too was and this is just mind blowing. It's like he planted seeds there that paid off in like the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
6 years down the road.
You know how popular it is though. They actually had in the show Gotham. They had the Court of Owls in that too.
Whoa, really?
And that was yeah, they did. Court of Owls was in that too. Well, but it wasn't. I kind of feel like they did it as sort of maybe a fan, just to please the fans, a fan service. Yeah, because it wasn't like a long. It was only a few episodes that they were around. Just kind of.
I was gonna give Gotham a chance, but like I haven't watched any of it yet. And then I saw their fucking design for Bane, and I was out.
Yeah, the design for a lot of the villains was a little weird to me, but I liked a lot of the actors that they had play a lot of the villains. Like the guy that played the Penguin, he's fucking amazing, dude.
Jada Pinkett was really good in the episodes that I watched.
I was sad that the reason why they killed her character off eventually.
Spoilers, motherfucker.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you'll know this anyway. She only wanted to do 1 season.
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't kill her off initially. They brought her back later on, but she really was pretty adamant that she didn't want to keep doing the show. She did it for that 1 season. That was it. But she was the best character on the first season.
Yeah.
Fish Mooney was amazing. She was great. I was like, that bitch is badass.
Yeah.
So.
All right, moving along. Blizzard has said that they are open to letting an Overwatch character into Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, 1, this is really cool, and 2, is anybody fucking surprised?
Yeah, but you know who it's going to be. It's going to be Tracer.
It's going to be Tracer.
It has to be Tracer.
It's their flagship character.
Yeah, Tracer's like the poster child for the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not against it. I think it's.
I'm not against it.
She's a cool character and has an awesome character design too.
Yeah,
no, she's cool. Yeah, I mean, I wish. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to have some. I wish they have more than one character, maybe put in. But
if they do, it's going to be Tracer and May.
You think so?
May kind of fits with the cartoony Nintendo.
I guess so. Yeah.
Now, is Overwatch the one with the gorilla dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Put
what
that gorilla in there, man.
They could.
they could.
They could
Have him go off against Donkey
He's-
Kong and shit.
He's like when you first play the game, he's the one that tells you the story of the Overwatch program.
Yeah. He's like a real smart gorilla. That's stupid.
I mean, they've got over 30 characters in that game now. It's insane.
Yeah.
No.
I like
They
the
keep
design.
adding new ones every few months.
Yeah, I like the design for Reaper too.
Reaper is amazing,
Yes.
dude. That's he's up there probably one of my favorite characters in the game.
His character design's good, but
Yeah.
man, he takes a specific play style to be good with.
Oh, that's true. You have to kind of, but once you get used to it, it's awesome, dude. You can whip ass in that.
Yeah, everybody in that game has a different play style, and that's the thing.
That's true.
What makes
They
it
do-
so good, you have to learn
Yeah.
who's good, how you can do
Right.
what with them against others, and how others are, how cat powers and abilities cancel out. There's a lot to that for such a simple first-person shooter game.
I would
Right.
agree with that.
Well,
It's
the
very
one thing,
complex.
yeah, but you've got a lot of. There's several of the characters that you can really easily jump between,
Yeah,
and then there's a few of them that are. You have to really dig down deep and focus on that playstyle. Reaper's one of them. Reaper is not a character you can just get in and be halfway decent with, like Tracer. Tracer, you can get in there and just fuck shit up. But yeah, like him and Genji are probably two of the hardest characters to use. Maybe Zenyatta. That one's up there pretty good too.
And I saw they got like an Iron Man type kind of guy too.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt
No.
is awesome.
No, it was like it looked like a blue. I was looking at the toy today. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a blue, fucking Iron Man looking motherfucker.
Oh, Agent.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Soldier
Agent
76?
Soldier 76. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Order 76 was what's his name? Like one of the first big dogs.
He's one of the original characters. He's also
Yeah.
one of the more all-purpose.
Right.
He's very
Right.
universal character.
Because I saw the Reinhardt figure, and he's like a big Black Knight kind of looking dude, right?
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, Reinhardt's Reinhardt's like a straight bull, dude.
Their new figure wave just dropped too in the past week or two. So
Did it?
yep.
Yeah.
What's
And-
their new figure wave?
I don't know. They got some new ones out though. I know they have new 2-packs and new solos. So
Oh shit! I gotta have to watch for those.
And they have like two different lines. One's not like quite three and 3/4. It's a little bigger than that, and then they have like your 6-inch, 7-inch type too. At GameStop, anyways.
I'm not aware of a 1/18 scale line, but I know they have the 6-inch scale.
Oh, Genji and Hanzo are in second wave.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm on a budget this paycheck, but for the Hasbro fucking Power Ranger series, I saw the fucking Green Ranger Putty 2-pack at GameStop, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's cool shit,
I
dude.
want that
What do you
shit.
want, Nick, do you want both of them?
I want the Green Ranger to compare with my Bandai Legacy one.
Dude, hey, I'll keep an eye out. People are selling that Green Ranger for like $20 just because they want an army
The
book.
Putty, yeah.
You know who my favorite character in Overwatch is, Rob? You'll love this.
What?
McCree.
Oh, McCree's dope. I like
I can't help it. There's something about him, man.
I don't know. I'm a Sombra main, so I can't say shit.
I mean, it's between McCree and Reyes are probably my two favorite characters.
Sombra.
Yeah, Sombra's
Widow.
okay too, but I
No,
yeah.
Lowry, I'm broke.
Sombra Widow,
And I already owe you for that Hulk Hogan.
They also
Make sure you bring
they're doing a version of McCree in the because McCree they're putting him out in the character line, the 6-inch line they're doing.
Yeah.
They got a version of him where he's all white. One of his
I saw that.
yeah, that's badass, dude. I don't know if it's the one I'd want, but it's cool though.
Yeah, I think they're doing both versions, aren't they?
I think they are. Yeah, I think the white one is going to be in a 2-pack. I think.
Yeah, it's a 2-pack with the white version of Tracer, and then
That's it. That's it. White version of Tracer. You got it. And then he's going to be. And then when he was on his own, but he's not in the 2-pack. Is his normal normal skin thing.
Yeah.
Where he's just that's the one I like actually. That's badass. Now what they gotta do is come out with his like his motorcycle, dude, like his little hover bike.
Yeah.
The hover chopper is badass. Man.
Now, see, this is one figure I'd love Hasbro to put a voice effect in.
Yeah.
It's high noon.
I knew. He's awesome, dude.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lead you guys off with the next story, and then I gotta take a piss real quick.
Okay.
Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, and Sam Neill are conformed for Jurassic World 3.
Man, so this is one of those things where it's like I feel like they tried this in Jurassic World 2 with Jeff Goldblum. I mean,
yeah,
he was, like, in it at the like the clip stretched from the beginning to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
That movie was not good, dude. Like, I'm a fan of the franchise.
You didn't like the second one, really?
I like Jurassic World 2 better than I liked Jurassic Park 3.
Okay,
It's a much
not
better.
saying that much. Jurassic Park
And,
2 is terrible.
I haven't watched Jurassic Park 3 since I saw it in theaters when it came out. So, but
Yeah.
Jurassic World, I loved it, man. I loved it.
But I thought Jurassic World 2 was. I think it was alright. The only thing I didn't care about is like they intentionally wanted you. They desperately wanted to have that T-Rex, you know, in the city, and they do that's.
I'm interested to see. So like they released that little short on YouTube where it's like these two dinosaurs fighting in the woods at like this campsite.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like somewhere in the States, and like it's a pretty cool little watch, you know. So I wonder what they're doing with that. But with Jurassic World 2, so like I really liked Bryce Dallas Howard's character in Jurassic
Yeah, me too.
World. But then I felt like in Jurassic World 2, she played like a completely different character, man.
You know what? I agree with you on that.
Right out of it.
She did. I like in Jurassic. Well, in the first one, I felt like she kind of evolved throughout the movie. She went from being this kind of prissy management chick, you know, running shit. Then she kind of got to be a little bit badass toward the end, you know, a little bit more.
I thought at the beginning she was like a badass, like had it together, had her ducks in a row.
Different kind of badass though.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah, but she became like a little bit, but she wasn't tough, like as far as physically tough.
Yeah, right.
I felt toward the end of that movie, you got to see her be a little more.
That was her arc, you know. But then when they picked up in Jurassic World 2, it's like she was just like this straight hippie, man. And I'm like, too far, you know.
Yeah, it's like she went from being an ultra business woman, you know, to I gotcha. It's like, damn, did it affect you that bad? Did it? You know? I don't know.
Exactly, dude. And I feel like Pratt in both movies basically just like plays himself, right?
Yeah, that's what he always does. So
like her characterization in that, dude, like that threw me off, man. And I wonder if like that was like a thing in the movie with like just the dinosaurs not being enough for people, you know, so they got to make the Indominus Rex or whatever.
I know.
As a viewer, I'm like, shit, it's enough for me.
I still haven't seen the second one.
I think it was just about they just wanted to kind of turn it, I think, into more of a monster movie to me. That's what it felt like. I mean, it started going away from it just being dinosaurs. Like you said, it's like it made you feel like dinosaurs weren't enough. We gotta make something, you know, like let's just bring Godzilla in the mix. Why not? You know?
It wasn't bad though.
No, I liked it. I enjoyed it, but it's just I do see the problems with it, but I still liked it. I mean, because I like dinosaurs, so it's kind of fun.
I know, but I fucking heard from like most people that I trust that have seen it said it's shit.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, dude, like I said, if you dissect it and tear it apart, sure it's shit. But just sit back and enjoy the craziness of it. It's not too bad.
I even went in with that mindset, Russ. I was like, you know what? It's I'm not looking for Oscar.
Yeah, but I do agree with you on what they did with some of the characters. I think some of the characters kind of
like
just didn't do it for me, you know. So, but you know, the stars of the fucking dinosaurs, the CGI dinosaurs, whatever.
Honestly, it's one of those movies you got to go in with the mindset that it's a popcorn flick and it's gonna have big ass lizards.
I think you're right.
It's good.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna watch Godzilla 2 with my kid tonight.
Dude, hey, that one we've been watching that. My youngest and my 2-year-old, he's like obsessed with that movie. That movie got terrible reviews, dude. I loved it. Man. It's fantastic.
Jason told me, I haven't seen it yet, and Jason was telling me that Jason thinks I'll like it. He's like, dude, it's really good. He said he told me you just got to stick with it, and they explain some cool shit. That's what he told me.
Because like the first one, I thought the first one. So like this is a thing in movies. Like after the Dark Knight stuff was done, I feel like a lot of movies try to take things like super seriously because that's the route that movie went.
Right.
That trilogy went, right? So I think the first Godzilla movie kind of did that, and I really liked that movie a lot. And the second one kind of gets off the rails a little bit, but it's like if you're a Godzilla fan, you appreciate all shit because like they give little nods to like like those twin girls that like made Mothra appear.
Yeah.
There's
right.
I don't want to spoil it.
Mothra.
Like there's like a nod to that, and there's like a nod to all these origins, man. So like if you're like I grew up, I would watch Godzilla movies like on VHS, and I would just rewind them and watch them again. So it's like I appreciate all that shit, and like I love it, man. So like if you're a Godzilla fan, you'll enjoy that movie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We've had that
All
loop.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say we just watch that and replay it in this house.
All right, guys. This is gonna be the deep dive.
Let's go.
We're coming up on 11 o'clock, but we got tons of shit to go through. We're on Marvel news, babies.
Here we go. Let's get it
All
started.
right. Let's start with Spider-Man.
Indeed.
Sony and Disney have come together to make a deal.
Now, has this been confirmed that it's definitely the deal is done, or are they still working on it?
It's been confirmed by Sony.
Confirmed.
Okay.
July 16th, 2021, man. So it's got that
Nice. So we are.
spot,
That's cool, dude. So this is gonna, and he's gonna be back in the MCU for one more movie,
At least, yeah.
at least,
Yeah.
or at least
I
one
think
more.
it'll probably be like a 1 or 2 movie deal from here forward.
Yeah, like that's the thing too, that they said that there is a right this time if both parties agree to extend.
Okay, now I'd heard that there was talk of a second movie with another character or with another. So I thought Sony was trying desperately to get Venom into the MCU. Are they trying? You think that they're going to maybe do a Venom movie, another Venom movie? And
Venom 2 is already filming.
Oh, okay. So,
and that's going to be Venom versus Carnage.
It must be something else then, because I thought I read it was. I mean, or maybe they were just talking about a possibility of a second movie. I don't know.
Well,
maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah, there's an option now.
Right. Okay. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, there's an option after the next MCU Spider-Man movie and the next Sony Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man can be in the Sony shit now. So he's gonna be hopping through both franchises.
Jesus, Tom Holland. I hope that motherfucker. I hope that fucking kid's telling these motherfuckers, y'all.
Fucking Lowry posted what Tom Holland did on his Instagram. I love that shit. That's scene from Wolf of Wall Street. I ain't fucking going nowhere.
Yeah, that kid better pay that kid, dude. Pay him good.
Yeah. So that's the deal with Spider-Man himself.
Yeah, I'm
now,
totally happy that they did this, and Madison's happy that they did that too, because she was upset. She's like, "Well, I guess I'm just gonna watch Thor movies now." And
yeah,
I was like, "Well, Spider-Man's back." She's like, "Oh, well, that's good then."
Yeah, dude, it was like that at my house, but it was me and Jackie was holding me, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
she was your She-Hulk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. This means that he can go into Venom, and the rumor was that Sony. Well, if you look at what Sony said about this the whole time, they got what they wanted because they wanted Feige on the Spider-Man films.
Yep.
And that was the thing. Marvel and Disney said, no, you can't. Feige's done with this deal. And so Sony got what they wanted. They gave up money, because Marvel's going to get a better take at 25%.
Yeah, the deal is 25% for Disney, but Disney still covers the production costs, which is...
Well, they're putting up 25% of the production cost now.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's also is something else that it seems like Sony is it's going to find a way to attach their movies to the MCU somehow, because they're going to use Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
that. I do not want that, man.
Spider-Man.
You don't want that, Sam?
Because I feel like that's what Sony wants.
I still haven't watched Venom, but
You know?
I mean,
I don't know.
I think everybody wins here because
Yeah.
Sony can do what they wanted to do. Marvel can keep doing what they wanted to do. We
Yeah.
keep getting what we want, and anything that happens outside of that is all fucking bonus.
yeah,
But what do you guys think about the possibility of them buying Spider-Man altogether back from Sony?
They
They'd
might.
have-
They have the
Or
capital
Sony's
to do
not
it.
going to let that
Yeah,
shit happen.
absolutely. Well, no, it's not true. Sony has a number. I think it was like 8 billion they want.
There was
billion
a
with a
rumor
B?
that
8
8
billion.
billion with a B. Yes. However,
Yeah.
it wouldn't
Go ahead.
be a bad thing, a bad price at all, because Marvel,
Right.
if you look,
They're gonna make-
the 5 Spider-Man, the 5 movies that the Tom Holland Spider-Man has appeared in,
Yeah.
worldwide global take of $8 billion. So they
Right.
would make
If-
their money back.
You can make it back with them. Also, though, too, there's also rumors of Sony selling their entertainment now.
Yeah, their entertainment
and that-
division.
So,
with Fox.
right, and if they sell that, then Spider-Man reverts back to Marvel anyway.
Right.
So now
So,
does that happen even if they don't buy Sony? That just
Right.
automatically reverts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way the
Right.
rights agreement works.
right, so that's
So,
So-
Sony would have to sell their rights to Spider-Man to make any kind of money before they sold their
Exactly.
entertainment division.
that's why I think there's a possibility of it if Disney's interested. I think because I think Sony wants to make some money off this shit first before they let it go, before they
Yeah.
lose it. You know, because they're gonna. I think the rumors are true. I think they are gonna sell it. I think they're gonna
I
sell
don't
it.
know, man. With all the shit that they have in development, dude.
I agree with you, but I don't know when they're gonna do it, though, Nick. They might wait a while to do it, but they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do it because they know they're gonna make a fucking fortune doing it. That's why. Sony is all
I'm just
about.
glad that everybody came to their senses and decided to work together
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
Man,
because
No, you're right.
nobody's a bigger winner than the fans.
That's
Yeah.
true, and
Right.
we're all gonna get really get good movies. You know.
And the other part that's buried in that article is Sony has the right to use characters that Marvel has the rights to that relate directly to Spider-Man.
They
And
could.
I'm sure there's going to be a vice versa involved in that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Does that mean? Yeah, I was about to ask. Does that mean that they're going to get to use some of the characters that Sony has rights to?
Right. That's
like
what.
Venom and Carnage?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but the thing was Sony said they want that third movie to be Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Peter Parker in college.
they're gunning for that, huh?
Yeah, man. They're,
Dude, I am
If
telling you right now.
Sony has played hardball, and Sony has gotten what they've wanted.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If they
got the leverage, man.
If they give me a good on-screen Iceman for the first time
my
ever,
God.
I will be so
Oh my
fucking
god,
happy.
dude. Hey, dude,
Josh, you are not kidding, dude.
use the N word, man, and they just call him a mutant. You know what I mean? Like if they do that in the trailer, I'll be like, then I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah,
Especially if that's like our first introduction to it.
I would love that, man. That'd be great. I mean, who wasn't a big fan of that damn cartoon when he was
Yeah,
a kid?
man.
So,
For people of our generation, that's just
that's like paradise.
Dude,
That's like a grail.
back on Disney, I don't remember what the channel was. It was like maybe it was Fox something, but like back in the 2000s when the Spider-Man movies were coming out, like they replayed all that shit. So
Yeah.
like I knew it like 9 and 10 years old. I watched. Like,
it was on Hulu for the longest while.
It was.
I ended up seeing all that stuff like at the prime time, you know. So it's like I'm glad for that, just because I had that appreciation of it.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's good.
What was that your dog's name?
Miss Lion.
It's Lion. Yeah.
I almost said
Dude.
Lion.
I want to see
he already-
Mrs. Lion, and I want to see the fucking, like, all the hidden computer panels flipping
Yeah,
out.
nobody would
turning
move the
around.
statue and all that shit. Would they? Well, look, he's got access to Stark shit now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was saying
Make
now
that shit
that's
happen.
feasible, man.
there'd be so much shit that was fucking iconic from that fucking 80s cartoon band. Swarm, swarm, swarm.
What about what's his name? Video Man.
Video Man.
Video Man was great, dude.
Yeah,
Can you imagine Aunt May just sitting downstairs and she just looks up at her ceiling and there's just like these computer monitors, and then like out of nowhere they just like flip to like her nephew's couch. It's like,
Well, I mean, they live in a one-story apartment, so
oh shit, was it? I thought it was a top.
Yeah, but they wouldn't even have to keep a secret because remember, in MCU,
at the
she knows
very
Spider-Man.
end of the first, yeah, she knows who he is.
Yeah.
She knows he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, she knows he's Spider-Man.
Spoiler alert.
All right, guys, we got some more Sony Spider-Man news.
Go.
It is rumored that they are doing a Madam Web movie. Wow. Now hold on. I was thinking about this.
Okay.
Most of us are when we think Madam Web, we think the old lady in like the spider harness.
That's true, but
there was a new one introduced.
Man, spider harness sounds like some
was
type
the
of
new
sex
one.
prop.
I know where you're going with this thing.
And I think it was Julia Carpenter, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's who took over as it became the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
She's a lot different than the old fogey Madam Web, who was in the original. Well, I said the original, but the '94 cartoon.
Yeah, the '90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. So I mean, that's probably the direction they're going to go in because there's rumored so many films that Sony's trying to do. Just to list off what I can remember, Silk. They want to do a solo Mysterio movie, Sinister Six, Craven. They have Morbius already in development. They also released some information on the Morbius casting besides Jared Leto. I saw Tyrese Gibson. Let me see here. Yeah, Matt Smith, Tyrese Gibson, and Jared Harris.
Okay, I didn't realize that Madam Web's been around since 1980.
Yeah, she's only been around for a while. I mean, but she was utilized more later on.
Yeah,
she's been around for a while. She's made her appearances here and there, but yeah, I mean, Madam Web is cool and all that. But I'll tell you, so let me get this straight. You talking about the Morbius movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Leto is obviously going to play Morbius, right?
Right.
Okay, you know what? I'm kind of thinking. I love him as I am one of the probably few that loved him as the Joker in Suicide Squad.
So
right? I feel like I didn't get enough of him, to be honest with you. I wanted more, but I think he'll make a great Morbius, dude. I just do, man. I think he'll be amazing. I think he'll be great. That's gonna be a fun movie.
Most people now think of him for Suicide Squad, but I mean, he's
an
awesome actor.
He is an awesome actor, man.
Yeah.
He's good.
I love that time that Brad Pitt beat the shit out of him in Fight Club and made him an ugly, disfigured fucker.
Fucking Requiem for a Dream.
Remember when Christian Bale killed him in American Psycho?
Yeah. Huey Lewis.
Yeah, if you're not a Jared Leto fan, you have these movies to just get your frustrations out on me if you can't beat his actor stuff.
That's funny, dude.
I'm excited for this shit.
I am too. I kind of like that they're doing movies on characters that are. I know
that's
very
right.
well.
Matt Heard, you're right. It was Ed Norton, not Brad Pitt. My mistake, sir.
Right.
Same person. It was still Tyler Durden that beat the fuck out.
Yeah, I was gonna say same guy, right?
Spoiler alert on a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah, how about
fucking Dark Horse Comics has done the sequels to them, and they're written by what's the guy's name? Palahniuk?
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah, some shit like that. But he said these are what the Fight Club sequels would have been. Nice. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, moving along. Still, the rest of the show is all Marvel news, guys.
Yeah,
Ghost Rider has been canceled at Hulu.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Wait, so
Not
Nick,
really.
and doesn't this have to do with the direction they're going within the comics?
it has to do with quite a few things. It has to do with the failing ratings of Shield.
Right.
It has to do with Robbie Reyes being phased out in the comics to bring back Johnny Blaze and Dan Ketch.
Dan Ketch, that's true.
In the new Ghost Rider book.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, a lot of people really like. It was good to have a representation of a Hispanic superhero on a major.
I agree.
It really was. I personally don't like the character.
Well, of all the Ghost Riders, he's the one I least like. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You know, but I was just excited because if they weren't going to do Blaze, right, or Catch, I was just happy for a Ghost Rider show. You know,
but that's all. Used the car too, like it was like
yeah, I know, and I'm used to him on a motorcycle.
Yeah,
I just that's kind of what I think of him as, you know,
the car thing.
But I mean, the car was cool and all, but it's not, to me. That's not Ghost Rider. That's not his.
And he's a spirit of vengeance, but it's not Zarathos.
True. You're right.
So I've just never been a big Ghost Rider fan myself, so I never could get into the character.
Oh, dude, you didn't like the '90s Midnight Sun shit?
Oh man, that was some good shit, dude.
Never been a Ghost Rider fan, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You know, my little brother was like that too. Like I was into Ghost Rider, and my brother would be like, "That is shit. That sucks," and I'd be like, "You suck. Shut up."
No, dude, it wasn't a '90s book unless Ghost Rider, Wolverine, or Cable was guest starring.
Somebody had to make an appearance in it. That's true. That's very true.
That's basically the fantastic.
They had one great character involved in Cable.
You think Cable's a great character?
I love Cable. Fuck you.
Yeah, Wolverine, man. Wolverine's.
I like him more than Wolverine.
Really? You like Cable?
What?
Wolverine? That's just sacrilege. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Cable's in my top 5 favorite X-Men of all time.
I mean, I like Cable. I think
my top 5 X-Men of all time are Dylon, and Dylon. He spits hot fire.
I don't know, man.
Anytime I can use that, I will.
But well, mine would be Cyclops, Iceman, Colossus, Cable, then Gambit. So,
yeah,
I like the obscure ones. The people hate.
Nick's an X-Men hipster, man.
Yeah, I know he is, right?
No, see, like early stuff.
No, dude, like I like the shit everyone hates. Like I liked Maggot.
I liked Maggot.
Maggot was fucking cool. I liked Adam X the Extreme when he was supposed to be the third Summers brother.
No, I didn't like him.
Oh. Dude, his power was cool as shit. He fucked X-Force up.
You know who I liked, man? I liked Phantom X a lot.
Phantom X
he was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, he was cool.
And that's one thing about Powers and House is they haven't resolved that. If that's Xavier running around in his body still.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
dude,
it is
the stuff they've been doing in Powers and House. Again, no spoilers from us, but if you guys want to read some amazing shit, pick up these current X-Men comics. They are fantastic.
You almost have to take a leap of faith, you know?
Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong reading a Jonathan Hickman comic.
Dude, I don't think you can. So, like, a lot of it is like you can read it and be like, I don't understand this, but you just have to, like I said, you gotta trust it that it's gonna pay off. You know?
Yeah. He always plays the long game.
And then boil those characters down, 2 lines of dialogue, to get who this character is and what they're about.
Yeah, Larry. We remember like Pepperidge Farms.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about the new Fantastic Four with Hulk, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Spider-Man.
Hell yeah, dude! I read the shit out of that when I was a kid.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh god!
I have to eat some member berries to remember that. I
remember.
Obviously, one of the greatest episodes of South Park I ever watched.
Dude, somebody posted the fucking Biggie Smalls episode.
That's another great one.
Oh my god. When Butters summons him.
Yes.
Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
What the fuck? He starts fucking shooting up the bathroom.
It's amazing, dude. That show is still great. Running good too.
Man, you need to play the games, The Stick of Truth and The Fractured
Oh God, yes.
I
haven't checked them out yet. I need to.
Dude,
Dude,
they are
I'm
fucking
telling you.
amazing.
I'm telling you, The Stick of Truth, some of the hardest I have ever laughed in my entire life happened during the gameplay of The Stick of Truth.
Yeah, the Stick of Truth was
Dude,
really good.
that game was so good. I started playing it and didn't stop until I beat it. I started it on a Saturday morning and finished the fight.
I haven't gotten to see the Fractured
And it's
Butthole.
not a short game.
It's not a short game, but I actually platinum trophied that fucker in 72 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep that weekend. That's how
And
good
play-
that game was.
Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't sleep at all.
Goddamn.
Let me tell you, too, play them in order.
Yeah, you have to.
have
Because your decisions from the first one affect the second one.
Right.
Also, I'm just going to say that one boss that you fight in that one clinic, Rob. He's about to lose his shit. I've already been spoiling what the boss is, and he's about to lose his shit.
Yeah. That one and the second one, there's a certain club.
Was Dr.
The boss you fight in there.
That was another great character. That was another great character. Is Dr. Mephistopheles in it?
Stick of Truth has probably the most abstract boss level. You will never see it anywhere else.
Underpants gnomes?
Is Lemmy-Winks in it?
You have to die as part of the stage.
Oh.
That game was so retarded but fun. God.
It's amazing.
No. If you guys like video games and you like South Park, fucking play those two games, because I promise you a great time will be had. But do not let young children watch you play them.
No!
Dude, just because I fucking remember Lemmy-Winks, I want to play a whole game as Mr. Slave.
No, there's...
Jesus Christ.
I'm not even going to tell you the parts in this game. There's... yeah.
You'll get to play enough.
Well, I know in the Stick of Truth, they have so many different characters and things for all the show from the show.
Yeah.
But I haven't played the Fractured Butthole yet. I want to do that. I got to get that.
It was... They ramp it up even more.
Do they really? See,
Yeah.
it sounds fun, dude. That game was so... I remember telling my son, I said, this is the dumbest game I've ever played, but goddamn, I'm enjoying it. And he goes, it's just like the show, Dad. It's the dumbest show, but it's great.
And the show is like G-rated compared to the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like
the
they
game...
went...
Yeah.
all the shit they want to do for the show, but they can't because network television ends up in the game.
Yeah.
Right. The game is a lot more hard. I agree with you. That was just...
We still have 4 stories to go through.
Okay, that's good.
Let's plow through them.
All right. Dan Abnett is returning to Marvel for the new Annihilation crossover called Annihilation Scourge.
Nice.
Dan Abnett's probably most famous for his Marvel work in bringing back the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's cool. Shit.
So this is going to run through Nova, Annihilation Scourge, Silver Surfer, Annihilation Scourge, Beta Ray Bill, Annihilation Scourge, and Fantastic Four, Annihilation Scourge, and it will end in Annihilation Scourge Omega. And the first Annihilation had some crazy shit. And Nihilus will be in this one, and they are showing pictures of Blastar.
That's awesome.
Okay,
All right, cool.
I'm in. I'm all in.
Yep. And It's not a spoiler. It's the teaser. Nova has to work with Annihilus
Okay.
Oh shit.
after all the shit that happened in Annihilation. Like, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. So that's coming up, and that's going to be separate from Marvel's incoming event that is also coming up. That is going to, it's the big Marvel crossover incoming will be. Announced this week because the solicits for December came out, and Black Cat Annual 1, there is going to be a Black Cat Spider-Man wedding.
Interesting.
I think it's going to go the way of the Batman wedding. You know, I don't think it, because every fucking writer after a certain point didn't want the Spider wedding, so I don't think they're going to let one happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Plus, I don't ever want those two characters to get like married, dude. They're better. It's the sexual chemistry and shit between them is better. like there can't be a married couple. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think it'll work right. I think those two characters are fun because they are what they are. You know, there's no commitment. We're not gonna have like a marriage and gonna have what you gonna knock her up just to have her pop out kids. Get out of here, man. They think she's Mary Jane. She's like, she's actually in the fight. She's out there, doing her doing her little dirty deeds. Shit.
Guest of the show, Brock, Life with Brock. He did a This Week in Customs last week, and it showed somebody that did a fucking Todd McFarlane version of Black Cat, and it was fucking beautiful.
Oh, that's
they
awesome.
got like how McFarlane did like the 80s hair in the 90s.
Right.
Whoever sculpted that, bravo to you, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah. Brock is also doing a new show called Critique My Custom.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he's done the first episode. I know that because I watched some of it. I had to go to bed. But so Brock's branching out, and
I watched some of his other custom shows. Yeah, it's pretty good. He's done some cool shit. But I haven't seen that new one you said. I haven't
Critique My Custom.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a panel show where Brock has like another host, and then the guy that did the custom, and they rip it apart for him.
That's cool. All right.
But they do it in a positive manner. It's not like just straight up trashing the guy.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah. All right. So we got that. Last two stories. Agents of Wakanda is a thing. It was established in Avengers that Black Panther is the new chairman of the Avengers. And he's got a team that he's putting together. And in the first arc, they're going to fight the Sentry.
Somebody's getting ripped in half.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the team is pretty fucking cool. It's Black Panther, obviously. Okoye.
Right.
Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp. Fat Cobra from Iron Fist. Gorilla Man. Man-Wolf. Kazar. American Eagle, and Roz Solomon.
It's a team, man.
Yeah.
Several people are going to get ripped in half.
Yeah. Oh man, and the new Sentry look is pretty cool. With he has a red costume now with black hair and like.
Whoa,
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking dope.
Nice.
Now, another team that Marvel just announced getting a book is the Strike Force.
Yeah, this seems pretty interesting, man.
Yeah.
This is kind of like Secret Avengers.
That's the vibe I got.
Yeah. So the characters in this book are going to be Blade, Angela, Spider-Woman, Wiccan, the Winter Soldier, Monica Rambeau, and Damon Hellstrom.
God damn, that's quite a fucking wow. It's quite a group.
You can go on Newsarama and read the preview of the first issue, and it's a really tense start that sets some shit up for the future of Marvel. I think it's going to be a great book.
That's pretty fucking cool, man. Blazing, that's badass shit.
Out of the Marvel stuff right now, I'm just reading the X-Men and Immortal Hulk. But and Savage Avengers. Savage Avengers is pretty cool with
I thought you was
Conan
reading the new Guardians too.
and the Guardians and Silver Surfer Black. So I've been reading those. But Silver Surfer Black's a mini, so I'm reading like 4 Marvel books.
Yeah, that's because you can't get a whole run. He's
fuck you, dude. He carried a book for like 128 issues, dude.
Don't talk about these people have bad taste. It's okay.
Motherfucker.
I just like my shirt.
Just because you can't read much above coloring book level doesn't mean the rest of us can.
You got it. I do struggle.
Dude, do you have a hard time
Run of CAT really spell dog. I mean.
When you go to those restaurants? When you go into the restaurants where they give the kids little placemat coloring,
the
4-pack of crayons.
Yeah, they also give you little there's also little puzzles you can do on them. It's really great. Yeah. But I like.
Does Anna hang those up on the fridge for you to show off your achievements to your kids?
Sometimes. Shut up.
How many trophies has she bought you, Russ?
Just a few, because I gotta feel like a winner. You know, it is the year 2019. We all win. Come on, we get participation trophies. It's all good.
All right, guys, we blew through everything. It's 11:15. I think we did a pretty good show.
I feel like
time to go to the unbroadcasted.
Yeah, I apologize once again for the loss of audio twice, but we got that lined out.
It's all right. We're good. Shit, we still pulled it off.
Oh yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging with us, guys. The chat was popping tonight too, man. Shit, it was good. There was a lot of people active, man. So we appreciate.
And what I'll do is I'll open a Hangout right now so I can get the link into the chat.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Hey, watch next week. We're gonna have like 3 news stories in just 120 minutes of bullshit. But that's
probably.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm cool. We haven't done a show like that in a little while, though.
All right, guys. The link is in the live chat, and I'll get something up on Facebook. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us for another week. This is the 58th week of Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. We love y'all. Thank you for supporting everything that we do, including the shirts and merch.
Yeah,
for sure.
It tickled me to death to see Brink drinking out of an MPSP theater
That's
mug.
awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, man. And a lot of people bought the T-shirts and shit. We're very happy, and all the money.
Very, very grateful, man.
Very grateful.
You're the best looking individuals in the ROC.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that, but
best dressed at least.
Fucking go with it, Josh. You're supposed to support. All right, guys.
I support everybody.
All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. We're out. Play them credits.
All right, guys. Let's do this.
Later, everybody.
Close us out.